everyone and welcome back to Copsplat. In this video I'm going to be giving you a broken down overview of Ominous AIO, so let's go ahead and begin today's video. You're watching this on our website on the written overview in the embedded video below. Hit the YouTube icon to head over to our YouTube channel. Once you're here, subscribe, turn on post notifications and drop a like on today's video. We have a bunch of overview content on the channel. I highly recommend you go ahead and check it out. So if you're watching this on YouTube and you want to check out the written overview on our website, I highly recommend you get the top link in the description to go ahead and check it out. But let's go ahead and begin today's video. I'm going to begin on the settings tab and make my way upwards across each tab just to go over the actual functionality of the application. You have the close down button, the minimize button and the maximize button over here. I currently have the application in full screen mode and I will keep this in full screen mode for the entirety of this video. So let's go ahead and begin on the settings page. On the settings page, you have the general tab where you can go ahead and put in your webhook for your Discord. You can test your webhook with this button. You can show checkouts publicly if you wish. That is currently enabled. You can disable it if you want. Sounds enabled, so sounds regarding certain activities within the bots can trigger. You can disable this as well. You can check for updates with this button. I'm up to date and the version numbers down there as well if you guys are interested. But let's move over to the capture solvers tab. So pretty simply we hit the create solver tab and that will go ahead and ask us for a solver name. I'm going to type in video test and hit enter, and then I can go ahead and configure the solver. So the type is going to be either harvester, so you got to Catmantha AYCD autosolve. I'm just going to have it as a regular harvester. For the proxy, you can enter a proxy here in the formation host, port, username and password. I'm not going to enter one for this video. For Google login, you hit the open button to go ahead and actually open up Google to log in. For YouTube, you can open up YouTube to generate activity on your account, and you can delete this solver whenever you want. So you can go ahead and hit this button to go ahead and pop out the solver. This won't actually work because I don't have a Google login in, but pretty simply all the captures are going to be sent there from your tasks. It's pretty self-explanatory, and if you have a one click, obviously it'll solve by itself. If you don't have a one click, then obviously go ahead and solve the challenge that comes into the harvester window. I'm going to go ahead and shut this down, hit this button. Now moving over to the proxy group section, this is where you can go ahead and create proxy groups and enter proxies that can be used with your task. So let's go ahead and create a group. Hit the create group button. Let's edit the proxy group name to video test. You can put your proxy list here with that formation host and port, username and password, and then they'll appear there. So I'm going to quickly go ahead and grab some proxies. So I have some proxies here. I'm going to put the proxies in and hit the save button. That will go ahead and save my proxies in this list. All the information is available there, and the status is not tested because we have yet to go ahead and test the proxies. These proxies don't work, so I expect them to come back as failed. So let's test them. Give it a second. As you guys can see, it will come back as error because these proxies have expired. And then obviously if your proxies do work, they will return a speed in milliseconds in the status section. You can remove dead proxies, so this is pretty useful. Let's say if I had 100 proxies in here, I knew 60 of them were dead and I knew 4 of them worked. If I tested all of them and removed the dead ones, it does save me a lot of time because then I don't have to individually go ahead and delete every single proxy that does not work. This button will just remove the dead ones for me. It's also important to note that you can go through multiple proxy groups with this drop down over here. So if you want to have a proxy group for data center proxies and you want to have a proxy group for residential proxies, you can segregate it as well. Moving over to the account group section, this is where you can go ahead and add accounts that can be used with your tasks for the variety of groups here. At the moment, we have Target, Walmart US, Walmart Canada, Essence, Game Nerds, Amazon US and Amazon Canada. I'm going to use the Target account group section for this video, and then when you go ahead and add an account, the headers are username, password and action. So let's go ahead and add an account here. So when you hit the add account button, you go ahead and put in the username. So the username, I'm just going to put it as video test, and the password is just going to be something random. You can mass import if you wish, and you can go ahead and put in the formation username and password if you don't want to individually add them. I don't have loads of accounts to add in, but this is pretty useful so you don't have to individually add it like I'm doing here. Hit the save button, and as you guys can see, the account has been added. I can go ahead and delete this account at any point if I wish to do so. Moving over to the profile group section, this is where you can go ahead and create profile groups, enter profiles into those groups and use them with your tasks. So let's go ahead and create a group here. We're going to call this video test, hit enter, then we can go ahead and add profiles in here. Before I do that, you can go ahead and import and export your groups at any point. This is currently blocked because there's no profiles to export, but please keep that in mind. Let's go ahead and add a profile here. So you have the general section, the shipping section and the billing section. You can take this to have a unique shipping and billing, but for the purpose of this video, I'm just going to have it the same, and I'm not going to go through this entire thing. It's pretty self-explanatory. The only thing you need to keep in mind is your profile name. So I'm going to configure that now to video test profile. And this is for distinguishing against other profiles when you go ahead and create them. Filling out all these fields should be pretty simple, so I'm going to go ahead and fill it out for the purpose of this video, and it will be test data, it won't be accurate, it's just to demonstrate creating a task later in this video. So I've gone ahead and filled out all the information here. I'm going to hit the save button, and that will go ahead and create the profile. So as you guys can see, the count gets updated at the top, and the profile name is there, the full name is there, the full email is there, the first address line is there, and some various information is there as well, such as your state, country, and your zip code, and the last 4 digits of the card number you put in the profile. You can edit at any point by hitting this button if you wish. You can go ahead and select the profile, and you have a variety of actions here. You can go ahead and delete this profile, you can export this singular profile, and you can also copy to a video test if you wish. And as you guys can see, it goes ahead and duplicates it. This is because you can duplicate profiles across profile groups. So I'm going to quickly just show you this video test. So that is a separate group and it's empty. I'm going to go ahead and delete this real quick. Hit delete button. If I want to go ahead and duplicate it across profile groups, I hit this, go ahead and select the other list, and as you guys can see, it's been duplicated over, and that wasn't there before. So that's how that function goes ahead and works. But let's move over to the task group section. So on this page, you can go ahead and create task groups and put tasks into those groups. Let's go ahead and create a group here. We're going to search through the site. So I'm going to put a random site and put Essence, for example. It is important to keep in mind that any site you go ahead and select, it will have a unique task creation process. As you guys can see, I'm just going to target for this example. You can go ahead and change the group name. Now by default, it's going to put the site and then the word group after it, because you are buying that site and one group is dedicated to one site. I'm going to go ahead and change this to video target group. That is the unique group name, and that will help me distinguish my groups from other task groups I go ahead and create. For mode, I'm going to keep that the same. I'm going to put in some test information for the purpose of this video. I don't intend on running an actual proper task and checking out an IM. I'm just showing you how this works. You can go ahead and search for your account. I'm just going to do that. You can search for your profile groups. Schedule start. This is based on your local computer time, so make sure it is accurate. I recommend using time.is or making sure your date and time settings are based on your internet connection, assuming that's set up correctly. And for your proxy group, you can use local connection or video test. I'm going to use local connection given my proxies don't work in that group that we made before. You can actually set up a schedule stop, which a lot of bots don't actually have. They usually just have schedule start and stop, so you can do that if you want. If you want to configure the amount of tasks you're going to create, you can do that here. You can enable install pickup if you wish. I'm not going to do that. And then you can go ahead and close up this task here. So we're going to hit the create button, and that goes ahead and creates the task. So once you go ahead and create a task here, your task group is going to have a few icons here. This goes ahead and indicates different stages of your task depending on what you're doing. That is the successful checkout. This is the failed checkout. This is carting. And that is another stage as well. Then once you've gone ahead and created your task, it will appear here. Obviously the task group counter is at the top. You have your profile, proxy group, mode, SKU, quantity, account, status. Currently idling because we've yet to go ahead and do anything. Once you actually go ahead and select this actual task here, you're going to see the actions that apply to one task. If I were to select multiple, then obviously this number at the top would go up. You do have individual actions on each task as well, such as start, edit, delete, and you can go ahead and set up the timer there. Obviously we didn't touch that in this video, but it is there if you want to use it. So let's go ahead and start it, and that's what it looks like. This is injection. As you guys can see, this task was never meant to work. It has test information in. That was the purpose of it. I'm just showing you how this bot actually works, and obviously if you edit it, you can go back to this process, hit save when you're done, and you can use the actions up here as well. So that is going to go ahead and conclude this overview of Omnus AIO. If you guys want to check out a written overview, I'll leave that linked down below.